Who run the world? Who run the world? Who run the world? Who run the world? Who run the girls? Girls. Shout out to Beyonce for the anthem, but shout out to Stars for streaming the show. Run the World is back, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm excited about it. Are you excited? Get excited. Because May 26th, streaming on Stars, season 2 is here. Hey, who ready? She ready. Who ready? She ready. I don't know what beat I'm going to, but I'm excited about season 2 of Run the World. So Run the World is a series on Stars that captures the journey of 4 Black women who is all about world domination in the city of Harlem, New York. New York, New York. Y'all, it's such the filmography, the characters, the storylines of each character. It's a really good show in my opinion. So if you have not watched season 1, I highly recommend that you watch season 1 before Friday, May 26th, because it's about to go down. But before season 2 airs, I want to do a quick recap of season 1. And as you all know, over here on Marika's catalog, we're all about the self-love journey. And so on this series, Decoding Self-Love, we are unpacking the self-love journey by answering this question. Do y'all remember the question? If you've been watching, you know the question. What's the question, y'all? Are they their own it girl? So we're going to be unpacking whether or not each character is their own it girl. As we go through this video, you'll understand why someone is their own it girl or why someone isn't their own it girl, so that you can be able to determine whether or not you are your own it girl. Because that's what it's all about, right? Your self-love journey, my self-love journey. What's the word, beautiful people, and welcome back to Marika's Catalog, a YouTube channel where we hope that you are inspired to not just become your own it girl, but to see your shit, to own your shit, and to overcome your own shit so that you too can become your own it girl and create a life that you love through conscious acts of self-love. I'm your host, Marika, and I'm so excited to be back decoding self-love with you all. So let's hop right back into it. So one of the things that I love about Run the World is that it demonstrates what it looks like to be an it girl, but to also have your own shit, because every it girl has their own shit. Everyone has their own shit, but an it girl decides to own their shit, unpack their shit, and heal from their shit so that they can be free from their shit, you know? So that's the difference between someone who's being their own it girl and someone who is not being their own it girl. And in this show, Run the World, we get a mixture of both. Well, who is the it girls of the show and who aren't the it girls? And not that they aren't it girls, but they're not their own it girls, or they are their own it girl. So let's hop right into it. Renee. So what y'all think about Renee? Share with me in the comments below. For me, Renee, she's one of my favorite characters. She's confident. She's sassy. Not even sassy. She's just confident. She's a diva. She's hilarious. Like, she is the funny one of the group. And the other ones have their moments where they're funny, but she's just naturally funny. Like, I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. That's in season. That was the first introduction we get of her, where she's quoting Maya Angelou's phenomenal woman to a white woman who keeps cutting her a line and getting in her way and not watching her reach, not saying excuse me. It's hilarious. If you haven't watched it, I highly advise you to watch it. So Renee she's the confident one. She's the bold one. She's a boss bitch. Career woman. She's a wifey. But unfortunately, she's getting a divorce, which I kind of believe she was mean to her husband. I think that she and her husband could have definitely worked it out if their divorce becomes final. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I do think that she could have giving her husband a little bit more grace. But also, we don't know how long she's been thugging it out with him, in his journey of being a manager of a music group or something like that, a band or something like that. And so that's Renee in a nutshell. I feel like I might be leaving something out. Oh, she quit her job. She quits her job towards the end of season 1. She is betting on herself. And I love that about her because she already seems like she's a boss bitch. So it's like her job isn't giving her the credit that she deserves. And of course, they give it to a white man, her opportunity that she pitched to a white man, and so that's where she decides to quit, and she bets on herself because an it girl bets on herself. Shout out to Renee. And so the question is, and now y'all probably already know the answer to Renee, is she her own it girl? And although she has her shit, because she does have her shit, and we start to begin, we see her shit throughout the show, but we really see her shit when, or all of their shit when they are in when they're unpacking with their therapist. And I'll do a recap of that over on TikTok, not in the YouTube channel, but over on TikTok, I will unpack, do a recap of their sessions with their therapist. But I would say yes, she is her own it girl, because an it girl is not perfect, right? It girl does not mean perfection or that you've arrived. It girl, like I said, is someone who's confident in who they are, who knows who they are, and practices self-awareness, and sees their shit, owns their shit, and unpacks their shit. And so I would say she is her own it girl, but she has her shit too. And so that's Renee. Next up, we have our girl Ella. Ella. I like Ella too, but unfortunately, she will not be back. I'm really annoyed that she will not be back for season 2 because I was really looking forward to her journey, especially her career journey. And I love me some Anderson, okay? Because Anderson is fine. That's Anderson. I know, right? Fine. So let's unpack Ella. So Ella is also confident and bossy. Tells it like it is. Gives no fucks. Like, but one of the things about Ella is that she wallows in self pity when it comes to her career because she takes a leap of faith and it flops. And so she wallows in self pity and she becomes ungrateful for the opportunities that are presented to her. And she's just she has her moment where she's just like, ugh, you know? But does that mean that she's not her own it girl? Which I think. I would have to agree. That does not mean that she is not her own it girl. I think Ella is her own it girl because she knows who she is. She knows what she wants. She goes after what she wants. And that includes with her man, but she goes after what she wants. I just think that she has her own shit. Like I think she needs to practice more acceptance. So she's not grateful. She needs to practice acceptance and gratitude. So she's not accepting the fact that shit happens and sometimes shit flops because her book flopped. And instead of picking herself back up and trying again or getting back out there, she wallows in self pity and she hates this job that she's in because she feels like, I kind of think she feels like she's above it and she's better than that. But you gotta crawl before you walk, and so I think she needs to practice gratitude and acceptance. But I would say that she is her own it girl. And I'm really, really sad that she's not coming back because I really wanted to see more of her journey because she's apparently like a feminist and that's what her book was supposed to be about, but it flopped. I just wanted to see her journey in her career. And I also wanted to see more of Anderson because, God, my God. So that's Ella. Next up, we have Sandy. How about Sandy, y'all? What y'all think about Sandy? Is Sandy her own it girl? Sandy, like I said before, she's the motherly one out of the group. She's not a mom, but she does help her other so many fine men in this show. Her fine boyfriend, the professor, she helps him out with his daughter, his daughter loves her. And so she's the motherly one. She's the educator. I want to say she's Afrocentric. I'm not sure if I know the true definition of Afrocentric, but I think she's Afrocentric or like pro-black. She is also outspoken, but in a different kind of way. I think she's in a motherly kind of way. She's very straightforward. She uses her words wisely. She doesn't just spit out what she's thinking. I think she uses her words wisely. And she's a very supportive friend. Not saying that the other ones aren't supportive, but she shows up differently compared to the other girls. Is Sandy her own it girl? Which I think. Yes. Sandy also is her own it girl. Yes, she has her own shit too, especially in her relationship. She has her shit. But the thing about Sandy again is that one, they're all in therapy, so she's working on her shit, but also she's willing to acknowledge her shit, and she also is really willing to confront other people, like her boyfriend, which about shit that she doesn't like. So she's not afraid to speak up for herself and advocate for herself. So I would say yes, she is her own it girl. She's an it girl, just like the other two, who has her own shit that she got to work on. And finally, we have everyone's favorite, Whitney. Is Whitney, dum dum dum, her own it girl? So let's recap on Whitney. So Whitney is about to get married to fine her fine fiance. He's a black man who's educated, and he's a doctor, baby. He is a doctor. So she's getting their college sweetheart. So I guess they met in college and dated throughout college, and now they're getting married. And she's the bougie one, the bratty one. She has a dope career. It seems like she loves her career. And from the outside looking in, Whitney has it all together. Like, Whitney is very put together. There are no flaws when it comes to Whitney. That's what it looks like on the external package. But what about the internal package, Whitney? We see that she cheats on Ola. Like, how you gonna cheat on him? The whole package. The whole package. Okay? I don't know about the other package, but she seemed happy. So she cheats on Ola. That's all I gotta say. She cheats on Ola. Like, you literally have a really great dude. How do you cheat on Ola? I just have nothing else to say about Whitney. Like, I was just so annoyed with her throughout this series. Like, she was just nagging about and complaining about Ola's family and the wedding, and the fact that she's only been with one man. She was complaining about that, and so she cheats on Ola because with the community dick guy. Like, apparently, I don't know why, but Whitney stresses me out, as you can see. So, is Whitney her own it girl? Because like we said, every it girl has their own shit. And Whitney definitely has her shit, and it shows. So what do you think? Is Whitney her own it girl like the rest of her girl crew? Or is she not her own it girl? Which I think. Hell no. To the no. I would say no. Whitney is the only one out of her friend group who isn't her own it girl. And the reason why I say Whitney is not her own it girl is because she gets caught up in the fact that she isn't like her friends who are sexually free and open and been with different men, and she's not content with her life. Like, she's not content. It doesn't seem like she's happy with her life. And she cares a lot about what people think of her. And so she even talks about it in the show. Like, there are moments in the show where she talks about how she's not sure if she even know who she is. And so an it girl knows who she is, and she stands in who she is, and she's confident in who she is. If Whitney was her own it girl, she wouldn't give a damn about Ola being the only dude that she had been with, and that fact that she was getting married to her college sweetheart, and she would have been. I think she would have been content with her situation because it's what she wanted. Like, if that's what she really wants, it seems like she wants that because of how she's boohoo crying after she confesses to Ola that she cheated. So it seems like that she wants to be with him, and she even tells Renee, like, I didn't cheat on Ola because I'm not sure about him. I cheated because I'm not really sure about who I am. And so whether it was Ola or another dude, like, she probably wouldn't have been content because she's not content with herself. So until she can become content with herself, accept herself, and love herself, no one is going to make her happy. No one or nothing. That includes her career too. And so my vote is in. Whitney is not her own it girl, but I am looking forward to see how this her storyline unpacks. Like, does Ola call the wedding off? In the previews, we see that they're both on this dating app. I think they're eventually going to get back together because they don't seem like the type of people to be out here. Like, that's just not their thing. So I think Whitney needs to accept that that's not her thing. Being out here and being with multiple men and, and playing the game, if you will, that's not her. And I think she needs to be okay with that and accept that. But until she can be okay with that and accept that, she's not going to be happy. Like, she's not going to be happy with her situation. And so she's not her own it girl. But those are the four characters. Unfortunately, Ella, like I said earlier, unfortunately, Ella is not coming back, and I'm really sad about it. But at the same time, I'm excited to see the other three because I think they all stand alone and make the show in some type of way. And so I'm excited about it. So if you have not watched Run the World season 1, again, I highly recommend that you go watch it over on the Stars app. It's streaming now, season 1. Let's get ready for season 2, y'all. So I want to do some type of live watch party or something like that. I can't do it this Friday because of work related things, but throughout the season, because we see that they have dates for that each episode is dropping. So I'm gonna look at the calendar and check out the different dates that they're dropping. I'm pretty sure it's every Friday, but I want to do some type of live watch party. Would y'all be down for that? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments below. But also let me know, whose storyline are you looking forward to the most? Is it Renee, Sandy, or Whitney? For me, I'm honestly looking forward just to all of their storylines. And I'm not just saying that, but for each of them, I'm excited to see Renee's transition, because Renee is going to be representing the transition, the transition of an it girl. What does transitioning look like for an it girl? How does she go from working a 9 to 5 to betting on herself and starting her own business? Like, what does that look like? And what trials and tribulations does she go through internally, not externally? Because we all know that's a given. But what trials and tribulations is she going to go through internally, and how is she going to handle those things? Sandy, her dude, I'm just interested to see if they last, because he's a good dude, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to say I feel like he's using her, or if he's like I don't think he's a player. I can't put my finger on it. And I want to see like what I'm feeling, like what it is that I'm feeling. I can't put my finger on it. And if you have an idea, please share in the comments below. And then, but I'm excited to see even her journey as well. I hope we get more of her journey and her story. So I feel like we didn't get much from her storyline. And then Whitney, like she's the main one on the self-love journey. And I'm excited to see how she handles, because she's been with Ola since college. So I'm excited to how she handles being a single woman, how she handles not knowing who she is. And I wonder if she goes on that self-discovery journey and find out who she is, what she wants, what she loves, and what's going to make her happy, and how she decides and how she chooses to be content with who she is. If she chooses to be content with who she is. So I'm excited to see all of their journeys. I'm really sad face that we possibly won't see Anderson because the eye candy. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see. So whose storyline are you most excited for? Share with me in the comments below. And if you have anything to add to whether or not these four are their own it girl, do share in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to the channel, y'all, because we decoding self-love. But the whole purpose of decoding self-love is so that you can see your shit in somebody else's shit and then take what you see and strategize and create a life you love by becoming your own it girl. So subscribe to the channel, invite someone to watch this video, or share with someone who might need it, or share with someone who just loves film and television like I do, and has watched Run the World and enjoys Run the World. But as always, I am sending you all love and light, love and light, love and light. Remember to live, laugh, love yourself. Peace.